Right, question 8. Use the following to find the equation of a straight line. So the point that is halfway between 320 and minus 316 lies on the straight line. And when minus 110 is reflected in the y-axis, it gives another point on the straight line. Okay, so in this situation, we'll take bullet point 1 to begin with. The x value here is 3 and the x value here is minus 3. And we want the point that is halfway between them, so the midpoint essentially. Let's focus on the x's first then. So you've got 3 on one side, minus 3 on the other. Okay, I think it's pretty clear there to see, isn't it? If you've got minus 3 to 3, what's going to be in the middle? Of course you've got 0, haven't you? Okay, so the x coordinate there will be 0. Let's do the y coordinate, right? Now you've got your minus, you've got 20 and 16, haven't you, the y values. So 16 and 20, in between them, it's going to be 18 if you think about it. So the y value will equal 18. So the coordinate that the line goes through is 0, 18, alright? And that's particularly valuable for us, the fact that it goes through that point. Have a think about what that means when it goes through that point there. Bullet point 2 then, when minus 110 is reflected in the y-axis, it gives another point on the straight line. Well, I think a sketch will probably help us here if we have a rough idea here, mainly focused on around the y-axis, aren't we, where these coordinates are, and a rough sketch, right? So you've got this point here where the line goes through. Just establish this, it goes through at 18, okay? And then the other point then is when this is reflected. Okay, when this is reflected, minus 110. Now minus 110 is about here roughly, okay, because you've got minus 1 here, 10 there. Now when this is reflected in the y-axis, here's your y-axis, the y-axis will act like a mirror, okay, so when it's looking in that mirror, its reflection will be on the other side, same distance away. Same distance away means it will be at 1 there, okay, so your line is going through those 2 points. Okay, there's your straight line there. And as I said earlier on, if you remember what I said, when it goes through the y-axis here at 18, because this point it goes through here, where it goes through the y-axis, of course, will tell us what my c is. So c is equal to 18, the y-intercept. All you need to do then is get the gradient, okay? And to get the gradient, we need to do a little triangle, okay? And one is sort of set up for us here nicely, isn't it? In this here little triangle. So you've got your 18 to 10, okay, which is 8, that distance there is 8, and then the step across then is 1, so the gradient rise divided by step, okay, so the rise will be 8, step will be 1, okay, but if you think about it, if you go from this point to this point, you're not actually rising, you're falling, and you're falling 8, stepping across 1, so actually it'd be minus 8, divided by 1, which is minus 8. Just make sure you've got a minus in your answer for your gradient, because it is sloping downwards, isn't it? Joining those 2 points is a negative slope, so it'll be minus 8. So your equation then will be y equals mx plus c, don't forget, that's the general form. So it'll be y equals, well, your gradient is minus 8, and your c is 18, okay? C-intercept. And there's your answer.